Alright folks, it's Wednesday, so it really didn't work on the car much since Sunday. Got almost everything hooked up still. Still waiting to hook those last two wires up for engine start, but we're waiting on Steve anyway. So in the time being, I'm getting ready to put it at least safe for a go-kart. So let's turn around and see where we're at. Just got home. It's probably around 4 or something like that. So see what I've done so far. So I've got my backyard string method of alignment, and I've served me well for many years, I guess. Excuse the mess. We've been cleaning the garage, spring cleanup. So anyway, I work back to the front, working on thrust, toe, and camber right now, and that's why I've got the blocks of wood up there so that the string will stand off from the tire, so that I can measure between the string and the tire on both sides to get the thrust correct, so that they're equal amount on both. And then at the same time, once I get that thrust correct, then I come down here and do the toe, and I use a framing square, which also doubles as my drilling fixture for rivets, by the way. So I went through, it didn't take me too long. Basically, I went through and I measured off as the tire moved, and I got both sides. So I ended up with 74 and 3/16 on this side, 74 and 1/16 on this side. So if I did my math right, it's 1/8 inch toe in, and then I did the camber, and I'm sitting at 0.6 on the rear, and I'm using my Longacre digital, which is super accurate. There it is sitting on the scales, which comes next. But I'll do that with the body on. So I've started that, got the front. I've got, now I have the steering wheel in, so I got to hook up the front tie rod ends and start working that aspect. So I do the actual toe last. I'll get the camber and caster set up on the tires first, and then I'll attack the toe as last. And then what I'll do is I'll end up moving these block of wood out to the back, and sometimes I'll use these blocks of wood. Sometimes I'll end up using PVC pipe. It just depends. At some point, maybe just get a proper rig, but this seems to be working pretty well. Just did a car on Sunday, and it was laser straight driving down the road. Time will tell with the tire wear, obviously. But, yep, that's where we are so far. So stand by, and I'll get you the measurements for the front. Okay, and about 40 minutes later, I've got the front done. So let's take a look. So now I've got the blocks of wood in the back, so I can measure that distance and this distance so that they're the same. Get the steering wheel straight, which it is, and then measure camber, caster, and then toe. Working caster and camber kind of at the same time, and I ended up with 67 15/16 for the toe in here, and 68 1/8, which is 3/16 toe in, and I got 1 degree of camber and 6.8 degrees of caster. And then just for reference, you know, so the book for the front calls for 7 caster, 0.5 camber, and a 1/16 toe in. Basically, I put a little bit more aggressive camber, sacrificing a little tire wear, and then 3/16 toe in versus, I think they've got 1/16. Makes it a little bit more stable, I think, you know, for the street, and then still gives you a little bit more, you know, performance cornering, I guess, if you want to do spirited driving. So I run a little bit, well, almost twice that in my car, but for for just going in, I think it's a good start. So let's review here. Still got the 2 wires I need to mess with. I did get, like I said, I did get the steering wheel in. I've got to get some, oh, that's one thing. So, you know, we wanted a removable steering wheel, so I ended up chucking up the steering wheel and everything, and then re-drilling and reclocking the steering wheel. And then I need to get some countersunk screws, the 10/32 screws that go in here, because I'm not using these holes. So I'll countersink these, and then the normal factory 5 piece goes right on there. Other than that, that should be done. I do have fluid now in the power steering, and power steering's all happy. So that's all hooked up. That went in good. This is just sitting in here for right now. I'm gonna have to move that. Actually, it gets cut for the line that goes to the radiator, but I still gotta get these all painted. So I'm gonna do that probably next couple days before first start. And then I gotta tackle those 2 panels. So anyway, I'm gonna do some cleanup and call it the day for today, since I already worked my normal job. And see, today's Wednesday, so yeah, we're pretty much on track. Gonna probably start Friday, maybe Saturday, and then I've got to do a nut and bolt, and then we'll go for a quick drive around the block or up and down the street. So stay tuned. All right, folks, it's what is that, weekend 4, big Friday before the weekend. So just to give you a heads up, we didn't cheat. So we've done full systems check. Let me turn it around. So we got some temporary hoses in here for water. There is water in there. All that's got to come back out because we got to finish coating this, but wanted to give it a start. This will end up rotating back down, but proof of concept, we've got the fuel pressure set. It does crank over. We just put gas in it, and the battery was dead, so let me jump it real quick so that it will go. And then yeah, we're in good standing. So let me give this to Steve. Here you go, Steve. There you go. And wash your fingers on that. All right, so let's see. Oh, I got safety clutch. Push that in. All right, let's see what happens. Good sign. Okay. Okay, we'll have to do some diagnostics and we'll get right back with you. All right, we'll figure out what that is. All right, well, we determined that the battery's dead. So, so it went through my jump box, and that was the end of that. So Steve's on his way to go get another battery, and we'll try it again in about 15 minutes. So stand by, we're real close. Start 2.0. Ah, it looks much better. All right, fire in the hole. Oh, punch. Hold on. Need to hook up the mess. That's a weak battery, I think. All right, we'll wait.
Okay.
Fingers in the way.
Yep.
Almost started.
What?
All right, well, end of the day, Friday. Let's take a look. So none of that. Steve's turn. Told him to take it easy. Give it a rev. There you go. Well, on.
Yeah, brakes and brake pedal needs some work, or brakes need some work.
Okay, but how was the drive?
Drive was great.
Cool.
I didn't even know I'd get all the pops and gurgles out of it too.
Good job.
It sounded really nice.
So you happy with it?
Yeah, very, very, very.
Cool. Okay. Well, awesome. All right. Well, wrapping up the weekend, I think we're going to work on it just a little bit more. I think tomorrow, which is Sunday, it's an anniversary tonight, so I'm going to cut the day short. Steve came over around 9, really helped out a ton. Thanks, Steve. You know, trying to get the body on. Hey, we got the body on. So let's flip this around and see what it looks like. All right, there's the Daytona. Now the nose is just sitting on there. It's kind of tape being held on. Nothing's, no hinge, nothing. So we got to still do that, but we wanted to get a good glimpse of the car with the body. The body's just sitting on there as well. I did trim some of the bottom pieces so, you know, we could get it to sit at least on the chassis all the way, but still got to get secured and centered. Yeah, so not bad. Real first start in go-kart yesterday, and the body's already on it. I went ahead and put the headliner and everything in it, and we're going to actually paint this one on the chassis, but I went ahead and did the headliner. It's all in, looks really good. It's Raptor liner and then covered with the headliner material, so it should look pretty good. And then all the front pieces, these are all down and good for the rest, and that's nice and solid thunk. I did do the little trick in the you know, behind this panel. I put styrofoam inserts into the you can really hear it on the other side, or not hear it, I guess, in the frame, so that, you know, filling in that void. But I mean, it's very, very sound deadened. So, and then I'll probably still go through, and behind here I'll probably spray foam to kind of keep that drum beat from hitting inside the car and making a racket. Now I've got to go through, and we're going to end up, you know, again, this is, I'm not even worried about that. You can see how much that's, I mean, it's going to come in a good ½ inch, or inch rather, probably right there, which is about what I got like right there. So we'll get it all trued up, slowly cut. I got to get the back, or I'm sorry, this, let me get my finger in there, the hinges hooked up, and then I've got to cut the bottom of the cowl, or the front roll pan, if you will, to allow the hinge to actually actuate. Did kind of play around a little bit with the body, just to play, and glass is just sitting in there because that's the safest place. But yep, looks like a car. Very excited. Not bad. Basically a month from delivery, and I only worked on it I was it 4 weekends. I did take one weekend off and went to the Texas Spring Rally. So I didn't work that week, but we worked on it on that weekend. So, looks good. Anyway. Yeah, so probably try get the nose mounted tomorrow and start grinding it down so it fits. So, and then next weekend, if that happens and we get the body situated, then one day each door, and we're just wrapping up little things after that, and off to paint. So, stay tuned. We're moving fast now.